This is our big map of all the layers. There's actually a total of 12 layers. The root of the tree, in this case, is going to be starting at the very bottom, which is our elementary particles. We'll be talking about that. The world of matter will be basically this trunk right here with the branches is basically going to be these areas right here. And life essentially starts here, as we will see. Right around here where it cuts in, epigenetic tags, genes, and proteins are actually part of life, as I was just explaining. So I could have included some of the entities that are part of life as well, but much of viruses are not part of life. So this area right here, considering that viruses have genes and proteins in them, technically don't belong in life, because a virus can survive on its own completely outside of life. And then once it gets back in, then it's part of life again. It's actually a perfect example. Viruses are perfect examples of non-living entities that can exist within a living entity. That's why I wouldn't call a virus a non-living entity, because it's about what role the virus can play in a living entity that makes it technically alive or functioning within a living system. Because every molecule and every entity is technically not alive. It's just that the viruses have an ability to leave the body and come back, but so does oxygen, and CO2 and the rest. Similarly, the layers that we'll be building within the living system, we're going to start looking in specific ways the living systems behave in order to create conditions to create cultural systems. And those will happen within sociocultural groups of animal living forms. And life officially begins within the world of sociality, where certain cultural traits start to get replicated, and we will be looking at that as well. And similarly, there's specific roles and scripts that we play out within societal systems that I could have included here as well in order to allow it to be in cultural systems. But just like a virus can leave the body and come back, similarly a circus that travels around the world can leave a city and arrive in another city and be able to perfectly function, even though the circus is a fully functional and independent unit or entity or an emergence of its own kind.